Uh, are the Vancouver Canucks cursed? Have you heard the Demko news? And now the Silovs news? Are you kidding me? Let's talk. Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad that you're here. I don't know if you heard that. My microphone was a little far off. But are the Vancouver Canucks cursed? Let's talk about this tonight, everyone. There is so much to talk about, and we're going to talk about the present and the past. This is wild. We've got crazy news. Just a reminder before we start, I love doing Canucks content that is passionate, realistic, and honest. If you like that kind of stuff, hit the like and subscribe, everyone. Also, follow me on my socials, Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. Follow Kempner Canucks. And if you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button, please. So let's dive in, everyone. Let's dive in. Let's ask the big question. Are the Vancouver Canucks cursed? And the absolutely gonna dive into this topic, but the reason why I bring this up is because of a good friend of mine named John Mountain. And John Mountain, like, what a cool name, right? He's a mountain man. He's a mountain dude, you know, like he's Mount John. I don't know what you call him. John is a good friend of mine. I think him and his wife and family are awesome. And he said to me multiple times, bro, my favorite teams are cursed. And the reason why that is so interesting is he keeps saying this over and over, and he's a Canucks fan and a Vikings fan. And just with JJ McCarthy, you know, when they drafted this young guy, and with all the things that have happened to the Vikings, I get it. You can feel that with it. But then the more I think about it in regards to the Vancouver Canucks, you start to wonder maybe the Canucks are cursed too. Because the big news out of Vancouver right now is that not only is Demko injured and he's not going to play in the preseason. He's not going to start the start of the NHL season. They are looking for a goalie. Okay. But now Silovs, guys, is hurt. Silovs is hurt. Our starter and our backup goalie are damaged goods. And people want to trade. They want to trade Silovs, right? By the way, I'm just putting something in here that I forgot to put in, and I want to bring this up. They want to trade Demko, but you can't. Like it's amazing to me that people are saying things like this. And then Artur Silovs has knee ligament inflammation, is not going to be playing for Latvia in the qualifiers, and is questionable to start the season. He's overworked himself, and this could be a chronic injury. That is absolutely insane. I've got to mute my phone right now because it is going off. My apologies, everyone. Mute for 1 hour. Okay. So here's the thing. This is bad news. This is bad news, guys. And so what are we going to do? We need help in goal, and who's available? Like, let's be honest. This is not great timing. This is not good news. This is not, I mean, let's be honest. Will the Canucks make the playoffs this year if Silovs and Demko are done or I shouldn't say done, but injured? Like Demko's is like, oh, he's injured. He's coming back against Dallas. Here we are, and it's not going to happen. And now some people are going to be like, this is a significant injury. This could be 6 months or 8 months, or it could be career ending. Now, those are all rumors. Just to be clear, those are all rumors. But this is the kind of conversation that's going on. And now the hornet nest has happened in Vancouver, everyone. And I think that's just really, really important stuff to talk about. It's crucial to talk about. Like, goaltending matters, especially when you have a Vezina finalist and a young stud in Silovs. And so our goalie tandem right now, without a trade, are Patera and Tolopilo. Say what? Say what? That's without a trade. That's what we're walking into the season with. And the reason why that is crazy talk is because I think Patera, what does he have? 6 or 8 NHL games under his belt. Tolopilo has none. Like, I get that you can rise to the occasion and take most of your opportunities, but listen, this is bad news. Bad news. So that's the present. That's the present, everyone. Let's talk about the past. The big question, post it in the comments. Are the Canucks cursed? I'm going to go through some scenarios why you may feel like my friend John Mountain that the Canucks are cursed. My friend Trevor Caverly, he believes the Canucks are cursed. Or at least he says that. I don't know if he says. I mean, he texted me tonight, said that they are when I asked him the question. Do you think that? Well, let's talk about the past. This team has been in the league since 1970, and we have 0 cups. How is that even possible? 3 cup finals, but never won a single ring. I mean, I remember Toymaker in the comments saying, I just want the Canucks to win a cup in my lifetime. And he's like, they're not going to do that. That's what he said. It's been 1970. 7-0. 19. You know how many people weren't born? They've never said, I wasn't even born yet, everyone. 1970, I wasn't even a consideration. I did not see the inaugural start to the Vancouver Canucks 3 cup finals. Let's just talk about one of those cup finals. Game 7 against Boston, and we lose 4-0. We don't even score. We were up 3-2 in the series. We do not win the last 2 games. We lose, and we lose at home, and we riot for the second time. Are the Canucks cursed? Let's talk about some tragic news. Former Canuck forward Rick Rippon played for us, struggled, had mental issues, and committed suicide. I mean, that's bad. That's horrific. That's worse than hockey. That's a person's life. Speaking of which, and I don't mean to be disrespectful in any way, but let's be honest about our situations. Luc Bourdon died at the age of 21. He was the phenom defenseman. He was on the top pairing of Team Canada he died near his hometown in New Brunswick when his motorcycle collided with a tractor trailer. That is awful. Let's talk about young defensive prospect Nikita Tremkin. Left the Canucks and went back to Russia. That's back to the hockey piece, right? fans were devastated about that as well. Let's talk about Olli Levy was selected 5th overall by the Vancouver Canucks in the 2026 NHL entry draft. He was the number 1 defenseman taken that year in the draft, and injuries took him out, and he never had a successful career, and he had a very short career, very low-key career, because those injuries took him out. Are the Canucks cursed? Think about Jake Virtanen. Jake was selected 6th overall by the Vancouver Canucks in 2014, and he struggled on and off the ice. He was a total bust for Vancouver. He was the hometown boy. It was messy. We thought that we had gotten a great player. He was a good hitter. He had some moments where he was decent, but he could not pan out. Another first rounder. Guys, we traded Cam Neely away. Yes, Hall of Fame Cam Neely. We traded him away. Are the Canucks cursed? What about we had Luongo and Schneider, and then we traded them both away? That is one of the greatest goalie tandems in our team's history. Both of them traded them away. Think about, and I don't have it on here, the Bertuzzi incident with Stephen Moore. I know they were mad about the Naslund piece, and what happened there was awful. Bertuzzi took things into his own hands, confronted him. Stephen Moore did not want to drop the gloves, which I understand. But Bertuzzi didn't take no for an answer, and the body weight, whatever it is, came down on Stephen Moore. That is a black stain on our franchise. Todd Bertuzzi was never the same. Stephen Moore was never the same. Broke his neck. Are the Canucks cursed? I don't know. I don't want to make light of that. Okay, I don't want to make light of Luc Bourdon or Rick Rippon. Those are real things. Stephen Moore, what he faced was real. It's tragic. Going back to hockey, guys, we drafted Nedved over Jagr. I think Nedved was good. Don't get me wrong. But Jaromir Jagr. Are the Canucks cursed? Legend Jaromir Jagr did not play in a Vancouver Canucks uniform. Then we go and get a legend. And we think we are going to win the Stanley Cup. And Mark Messier's worst years of his career were while he was with the Vancouver Canucks. While he was a Vancouver Canuck, Mark Messier had the worst statistical seasons in his career, and he got paid $6 million per year for 35 points production. Can you tell me in the comments, what am I missing? And let me know if you think the Vancouver Canucks are cursed. While I'm waiting for you guys to post that in the comments, I do want to talk about some positive news because that is totally negative. I don't know if we're cursed. I just think if you can take any team, there may be some things that like you would see, right? That you would see. And there's a lot of bad picks and bad things that have happened, but you start thinking about these things. Maybe there's other teams that would consider that. I don't know if we're quote unquote cursed, but I think it's worth the conversation. Here's the positive news, okay? The positive news is this. And I don't even know if this is positive, but it's Tolo Pilo time, baby. Here's the thing. I love Silovs. I think he's a fantastic young goalie, got lots of talent, but let's be honest, Tolo Pilo had outperformed Silovs in a whole bunch of games in Abbotsford this season. I think the future is bright for Tolo Pilo. He's got a lot of potential, but getting thrust into this situation at this time, probably not so good. Like he needs to develop, right? But he might be in the lineup That's what might be happening. But we made a trade, or we picked him up off waivers, can't remember. But it's Patera power. It may be Tolo Pilo time, but it might be Patera power. Oh, guys, look at this. Look at these goalies. Oh, my goodness. Thatcher Demko, 51 games, 35 wins, 14 losses. Okay. Silovs during the season, right? 4 games, 3 wins, 0 losses. Silovs in the playoffs, 10 games, 5 wins, 5 losses. Look at Patera, 6 games this last season. Okay. And I've got those numbers down. Silovs numbers is 875 times 2. Okay. 875,000 times 2. Patera, 6 games, 1 win, 3 losses. Look at his goals against average. Look at his save percentage. Yikes. And Nikita Tolopilo didn't play a game in the NHL yet. But let's just say it's Tolopilo time and it's Patera power until we make a trade. All right, we're going to be talking. We're going to be talking, everyone. There are over 100 comments, and I'm so glad that you're here. And the big question, are we cursed? Jason says, no, the Canucks are not cursed. Tony Maker says, before this video starts, I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, we are cursed. 54 years. It's the bad luck, injuries, suspensions, refs at times, Swede fetish, etc., etc., etc. Dell's like, oh man, this is gonna be a crazy one tonight. McCallum says, yes, we have a generational curse oppressing us, and the only one that can cure is sweet baby Jesus and Alvin and Rutherford and Tuckett. Just so you know, Jesus didn't stay as a baby; he grew up. He died on a cross. And he rose again. The curse of Nathan Lafayette, goal OT, game 7. He hits the post. Was it OT? I don't think it was OT, but guts or glory. We got guts. Japan 4 is in the building, says the Canucks are so cursed. The Canucks curse is uglier than dog pool or poo. And lasts longer than Grogu's expected life expectancy of over 900 years. On the positive side, you're right. Today we've had some great weather. Overusing Demko caught up to him in 2 seasons. David's back. Good to see you, David. Resulting in his having to miss much of the retrospective 2022-23 regular season and 2024 postseason. Silovs has now also gone down to serious knee problems, and that may keep him out of the Canucks lineup into the regular season. Man, do things not look very good in Canuck crease. I agree. Chris, welcome to the channel. Yeah, there's another one, Angelo. Benning core curse. What do they call it? A Benning bust? Think about all the Benning busts. Mark, good to have you here. We're doing well other than the bad news in Vancouver. Okay. That is true. We are all cursed human beings. How do we reverse the curse? That's a good question. And Callum says we fall on our knees and ask God to cleanse us from our past. That's a good one. Or we could just play Apex Predator hockey for the next 2 seasons too. Yeah, and what about OEL? That's another terrible thing that happened to us, right? I forgot to add that. Roberto, Silovs is fine. Don't worry. Another option Canucks could trade for line from Detroit. I saw that Lego Rocks video. Dude, it's just speculation. We're not trading for him. Come on. I mean, why would Detroit get rid of him? Honestly. And that's the thing. They're not saying that Silovs is fine. They're saying that it definitely could turn into a chronic injury. As well, we put Demko on LTIR, so we save half of his cap. So we go out and buy a top 4 D-man. That could be good. Or we go after Martin Jones. I understand that you guys think that's a good. Some of you guys think it's a good idea. Martin Jones is on the verge of retirement, man. He has not played well. Out until 2025, maybe. Monty's in the building. We are in trouble for sure. Absolutely. Yep, this I did mention that, Callum. Tolopilo is a very good option. We are low on picks for trades as well after last year's push. I was talking about you, Caverly. Bring back Canucks legend Felix Potvin. That's what we're talking about here. Not Schneider, but Potvin. You know, it won't be easy for the Canucks to see playoff action next spring without these goaltenders in the lineup. Tony, good to see you. What's the bad news? That Silovs is now injured and might miss the beginning of the season. Every great NHL goalie had to get a chance. That's right. Who is our Zamboni driver? Maybe he can beat the Leafs still. Wales jersey is the cursed. Okay, maybe. Yeah, cursed, but 2026 will be the cup. Will be our first cup. I don't know. Doesn't matter. We will win shortly. I like the optimism. KJ's here. If it's as bad as they're saying, boring Kings hockey is the way until either Demko or Silovs is good to go. KJ, just a reminder. I do want to talk about this in a future video, but we couldn't generate shots because we had to change our system because Silovs was in net. We were a team that generated shots, changed the system to accommodate, have a young goaltender in, and we could not get shots on net. That's why we ended up losing the series. Hey, another thing, Game 7 this year, Brock Besser, blood clot. Are you kidding me? Are the Canucks cursed? No curse cup in 2026. No, stop bringing up the evil Bruins. I know. We just got to talk about it. Caverly says we're cursed. Lost every cup chance. Bertuzzi moment. Naslin injury, right? And March 06. Luc Bourdon passing. Demko injury. Yep. Yeah, we talked about all those things except for Naslin one. 2-0 in series is a 93% chance. Yeah, we were up that way and we lost. I was born in the 1980s during my lifetime. Flames, Oilers, Habs have all won Stanley Cups, although the Canucks and Sens have also won cups. The Leafs and Jets have yet to even get to that round. I mean, the Toronto Maple Leafs have a lot of cups. It's just way before the Vancouver Canucks came in. The last one was 1967. First cup for the Vancouver Canucks, 2030. So that's a 60-year. Wow. That's crazy. As long as we win. Bourdon was cursed as well. I don't know if he was cursed, but it was tragic. Yes. One of our favorites, Rick Rippon. Can't believe we traded him to Winnipeg. If Bourdon was here in 2010, maybe we would have won the cup. Yes. Another died, Pavel Demitra. Oh, that's right. I forgot about Demitra. Yeah, Callum, I got a Krempkin jersey still. We need Eric Lindros to hold out so we can trade him and go on a cup run. What? Hold out? I don't understand that. Louis Eriksson was about. I mean, yeah, Robert, I like that joke. That's good. Canucks first cup 2023. Yep, we just talked about that. What kind of moron Benning drafts a crap D over Tkachuk? I know. I wanted Matthew Tkachuk there too. That's who I was screaming for, but he wanted defenseman, and the rest is history. Canuck Tony says I have a signed Neely jersey, but it ain't a Canucks jersey, sadly. Roberto says the two players that played well in Van was Verbata and Thomas Vanek and Carter. Yep. Schneider is because of Kessler hitting on his wife. Oh, that's right. Yeah, there was rumors about that. There was also the rumors of that Jeff Brown there was something that went wrong. That I mean, those are, I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but yeah, sad, isn't it? Ripper and Berdone was at their memorial games. Not a dry eye in the building. Yeah, I know. Those are sad, sad moments. Big Bird, you back Big Bird on that one? Come on, Canuck Tony. Come on. His neck was broken, man. He ended his career. You can't back him on that. I'm sorry. You just can't. You can't go there. It's tragic what happened. Was it an accident? I know that Bertuzzi didn't mean to do that, but that's what happens when you take things. Todd Bertuzzi should not be taking that into his own hands, everyone. The Canucks cursed. Oh, yeah, I know. Mark Messier, that was awful. Donald Bashir, McSorley, I was thinking about that when I was talking tonight. Didn't mention it, but you're right. That was awful, man. Stick to the head. That was scary. Just like the Bertuzzi thing, the Steve Moore thing. Yeah, I don't know, man. You can't. I'm just telling you right now, you can't. You're entitled to your opinion, but that one. I can't go with you on that one. In what year? 1989. Stuart Baker is in the building. Welcome, Stuart. Messier, now you are cursing. Wash your mouth out, my friend. Mr. Matt Sundin. I mean, he played better than Mark Messier did. I'll tell you that. I like our core five, though. Okay. Didn't Yager say he wasn't going to go anywhere but Pittsburgh? I don't know, Todd. I'm not sure. We are cursed, but I'm betting on 2026. Okay. Dave Bootsma, we got Naslin for basically nothing. That's a positive, but that rarely happens in Vancouver. That's the only time. Dave, that is the positive thing. Well done. I'm glad you mentioned that. I did think about that preparing for tonight's video. I mean, going and getting the two twins in the draft, another positive thing. The positive news, Caverly says, is at least we have as many cups as San Jose and Buffalo. That's a good one. The first draft, they announced Vancouver got the first overall, but then they clarified that Buffalo actually received the pick. Right? Yeah, that was the best trade in Canucks history. That draft was in Vancouver, and the Canucks scouts were about to draft him, and apparently they said he was not in the building, so they drafted Nedved, and then the next pick, Yager went to Pittsburgh. Oh my goodness, we were that close. Yes, that was a bad signing. Currently playing for Danish men's team, attempting to qualify for Berlin. Split time in a Yeah, I'm not sure, David, how this applies to the Canucks being cursed. The last two drafts, number one picks are Canucks fans from BC, and we can't get them. Right? Bedard and Celebrini, huge Canuck fans. We can't land them. We could not tank for Bedard. Why couldn't we do that? Sherwood is going to make a big difference. I suspect him and Joshua, like, wow, yes, I like that. Sedins were great picks. Absolutely. If we were cursed, we would be the Leafs. Well, that's a good point. Good point. Our luck has to change at some point, right? Jax, you're right. I mean, statistically speaking, it can't last forever. Right? Right? I like it. Dave, that was some great Burke moves. Oh, it was. Absolutely. Tony Chanty. Okay. Mr. Positive here. I love it. Number 9. Tony Tanti. Yes, that's what Caverly said. And you just repeated it, David. Okay. Guys, right here. Established 1970, 0 cups. What goalie the Canucks will pick up in free agency or trade remains to be determined. The Sens in June picked up Allmark in a trade with the Bruins. Got with Korpisalo and the Bruins 2024 first round pick. Having gone the Bruins' way, either with Allmark with the Sens, Allmark will pick up where he left off last postseason. Remains to be determined. That's true. David, you know what I mean? I can feel fans starting to panic. And let's be honest, without Demko and Silovs, there is legit worry. Yes, I've been hearing these rumors of Johnny Gaudreau tonight, and I'm with you. I hope he's fine. But the rumors are bad. Let's just sign a super obese sumo wrestler and cram him into the net, denying opposing teams from the opportunities to ever score like that. You know what? A lot of people do talk about that. I mean, you could do that. It just makes it's supposed to be athletes. And not that sumo wrestlers are not athletes. It's just that I wonder if you could do that. Silovs is not fine. I don't think so. Okay, let's. You sent it to me on Facebook. Okay, let's go there real quick. Expected to be at camp after. Ooh, who is saying this? The Score. Sean O'Leary. Let's bring this up, guys. Let's bring this up. You got insider personalized. I love it. I love it. All right, let's go through this, everyone. Let's go through this, okay? Vancouver Canucks goaltender Arturs Silovs is expected to be healthy for September training camp after sustaining a knee injury while preparing for an Olympic qualifying tournament. Latvia head coach confirmed to Rick Dollywell. Okay. Latvia pulled Silovs from the roster ahead of its first game as the netminder deals with knee inflammation. The Canucks are already dealing with question marks. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. Because if we're honest, like there's other reports going on that says the opposite. Just saying. But I hope you're right. Yep, they did get to the finals, but no cups. How do we reverse the curse? I'm not sure. The Steve Moore hit on Naslund should have been a suspension. I agree. Watch the documentary about Moore. It was confirmed. Crow ordered Bertuzzi to go after Moore. Yeah, we know that. Not to permanently injure Moore, but to send him a message. Not an accident. Knowing the law, it should. Be assault with intent to injure. Yeah, it went to the courts, right? Sorry, everyone. Maybe I'm alone on this, but I just got here, by the way, and I'm not any more worried about the goalies than I was before. I already knew Demko would be injured. Let's be honest. I'm glad that we are being careful. I'm glad with that too. And yeah. Hey, Maria, good to see you. Ben and I are watching. Hello. Good to see you guys. Obviously, she says the Canucks are cursed. David, just a heads up. This is a Canucks channel, brother. I don't want to be talking about the Sens nonstop, brother. But yes, Forsberg having lengthy injury stints. Right. Jack is back. I'd rather we take our time on Demko so he doesn't get hurt again. I agree. Just sign Lankinen. Yep. Japan Force says we are so cursed that we'll probably win the #1 pick this year, and then the draft sucks. Right? I predict, Monty says, this makes us stronger. We finish about #5 in the West, and then we have a better playoff run than last year. I love it. I love it. Let's stay positive, right? Like Dave Bootsman's telling us. Chris says, honestly, I don't see us being injury concerned. The GM of the Latvian team said today that they had to take into account that he was coming into a huge season for himself. They also said that if they don't rest him, it's very possible that this can turn into chronic. He's going to play a lot this year, everyone. So let's be honest in the way that, yeah, okay, he's not going to play for Latvia, but he's going to play a lot for Vancouver. So we'll see. Jack agrees with Monty. Van Island Alley, I think the Canucks do better as the underdogs. That's very true. Honestly, I am really stoked with the new management and the direction. I hope Demko is good to go. But with our core and the get-her-done attitude, I think we have a chance. Jax says Tampa managed to make the playoffs last season without Vasily for a few months. Did I say Vasily? Vasi? We can still be fine, especially in the weak Pacific. It'll still be us and the Oilers fighting for the division title. Hopefully. I mean, if we have goaltending, you can't start the season off bad, everyone. I think, to be honest, the Canucks are being cautious with both goalies. Yeah, Demko probably isn't 100%, but I think they're taking their time. Jason's in the building, says Canucks are not cursed. Players start the panic on everything that happened with. I mean, this is something that's concerning, right? That potentially both our starting goaltenders, our starting goaltender and our backup are both injured and not going to start the season. I mean, that's worrisome. Do that to any team, and that's worrisome, right? It all depends on how the swelling goes down. It will depend on his playing status. Yep. Quinn is going to get us a cup with JT. I like it. Galactic Waffle Hero is here. And his sumo wrestlers build muscle first. They are I know I did correct myself. They are athletes, but I don't know of any hockey playing sumo wrestlers wouldn't just want to put anyone in net. And they don't know how to skate, people. But they can learn. Jax, honestly, I don't care about division titles anymore. It's all about playoffs, and we are built better for that. Callum says, go Canucks on the sumo wrestler atomic option. There's no rule saying you can't do it yet. That's true. Steve Moorhead, yeah, he screwed up. You're right. Tim Peel is saying that Gaudreau rumors are unfortunately true. I hope they're not. There's rumors that Johnny Gaudreau has passed away tonight, so I don't know if it's true or not, and I hope that's not true. We got bigger problems if we think we missed the playoffs without Demko. Not really. Protect the goalies from the media. Well, I mean, okay, Jack, let's go back to a moment for that, okay? That's the point of tonight's video. It's not just Demko that's down. It's now Silovs that's struggling with injuries. That is the worrisome. That's the bigger problem here. That's what we're talking about, Jack. Protect the goalies from the media. They usually chase them away. Jason just reported that August 30th should see the signing of Kevin Lankinen to a entry-level AVA by the Canucks. Isn't it AAV? Gregory is with Ched Edmonton. Okay. Is that what you just say? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm just looking at your message. Yes. I know Dollywall is a credible source, but he's not the only source out there. I hope we can trade Poolman for a pick and sign Lenkinen and run with 3 goalies. What 3 goalies, though, Van? Like, that's the thing. Who's healthy? Personalized. Poolman has to be traded before Lenkinen. No, I don't think so, because you can do Poolman. Can you not do Poolman because he goes to LTIR? David says, personalized. Canucks fans can only hope that a vet, non-Demko, non-Silovs goalie will join the Canucks roster. Just who those goalies will be, still to be determined. Thank you so much, Chris. I know this is a tough topic for a lot of people. It's not easy. It's a little bit negative, but we got to ask the question. Ooh, yikes. The Bolts saw playoff action last season as a wild card team, but lost their opening round series in 5 games. That's true. Yep, we know that. Jack's Tampa is a championship team. We're not. Okay. Sorry, Ian Clark. Goalie issues is 100 suspicious. Sorry, it seems like that. Frank Saravelli has also confirmed that Canucks are to sign Kevin Lankinen into an entry-level deal. However, Saravelli said that he should be finalized and released by the Canucks sometime next week. It should be finalized and released by the Canucks. Okay. Yes, Vasi is Vasilevsky. Yes, I understand that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I know there's a lot of rumors, right, Adam Lee? That there is a lot of rumors about this right now. That he's overworked them, but then they also say that Demko has overworked himself. His work ethic is crazy. Also, Petey, Demko, and Silovs all have knee injury, screws in the knees. Oh, gee. Starting out the regular season badly is something the Sens have done so often, and this past season they never recovered. If the Canucks start similarly, they'll be in trouble, in my opinion, rather quickly. You're right, David. You're right. That's a great point. Last year we started on fire, and that's one of the reasons we're there. Where did Grogu go? He's always here. He's always here, man. He's always here. Adam, I get the point that you think that this is a little bit suspicious. Oh, okay. Johnny Gaudreau didn't pass. That's great. Just check news. Oh, no. Other people are saying that he did. I hope he didn't. Trevor says nothing confirmed. Stop claiming something you don't actually know. That's right. No. You're right. I know what you're saying. Let's be very careful what we post. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, we just got to be careful. Hey, G, welcome. Canucks management making Ian Clark the scapegoat. Maybe, but they've kept him in the organization. So if he's really been treated that way. Did anyone watch Taka's preseason coaching staff preparation video on YouTube? No, I haven't seen that. Disrespectful Junior, welcome to the channel. Good to see you again, my friend. Knee injuries are the worst, especially for goaltenders. Actually, for any hockey player, you need your knees. You know what? There's just lots of things going around. There's lots of things going around. I hope it's not true as well. All right, everyone. This has been a fun night together, but in the way of connecting with you. But let me just tell you guys, girls, that I don't know if we're cursed. I don't think we are. I just think that we've had some unfortunate circumstances. It's hard to win a Stanley Cup, but it just starts feeling after all these things. It's like my friend John Mountain, who's a Vikings fan. It just starts feeling like your team's cursed after a while with all the bad luck that's going around. So thanks for coming out tonight. I really appreciate you. We're going to call it an evening. I need to go to bed. I've got to go work tomorrow. I know many of you do as well. There's only a few days left of summer. And then it's going to get into the Young Stars Classic, then training camp, preseason, and the season will start. I'm also very, very excited about the NFL starting. That starts this next week. I'm absolutely pumped about that. Can't wait. And hope you guys and girls are doing really well. And let's to Van On's claim about the Canucks. There's no doubt it's precarious with no clear answer. Yes, it is. It's definitely. And disrespectful junior, knee plus elbows, never the same again. Joints are the worst. Yes. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for coming by. You guys are great. Appreciate you a ton. And hope you have a great day. I hope the Canucks are not cursed. I don't think that they are. Let's keep cheering them on. Let's support them. And go Canucks. Go.